This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through your 2020 Zinger model 280RB. Okay, so I'm on the door side of the trailer here, walking towards the rear, and as you can see, you've got power stabilizers. One switch works both sides, as you can see. Okay, and of course your entry door has a dog tie off there. You've got swing out steps, which we'll just pull this here. Come on down with them. Okay, like so. Now you have outside speakers. You've got a power awning with LED strip, antenna out, and power for a TV set. This is the fill for the fresh water tank. The fresh water tanks, in case you don't have plumbing on the campsite, you can fill your tank and then use the electric water pump that's inside, the 12-volt pump to pump your water inside the trailer. It'll work just like you have city water. Of course, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be using city water, and I'll show you that when we get to the other side of the trailer. But you fill this if you don't have plumbing on your campsite. Your water heater. That is the drain for it, and that's the drain plug. It's empty right now, so keep in mind that you only turn this on once you know you have water in the tank. To know you have water in the tank, basically, here, let me close this. You will let's see. You'll turn on your hot water, and basically air will, if it's empty, air will come out. And if it's filling up, you get air, and then you'll get a mixture of air and water, and pretty soon solid water will come out. That's how you know it's full. If that made any sense, I got distracted there. Okay, so same thing with your front. One switch operates both jacks, extend and retract. Okay, you have, let me open this for you. This is your power cord. Okay, it's a 50 amp cord. You have reducers here to reduce it down to 30 amp, then down to 15. Just remember, if you plug it in at home under 15, you can't run the air conditioner, it'll pop a circuit breaker. Okay, this particular crank is for the tongue jack in case it fails. You can take this cap off and then crank it manually if you have to get yourself out of trouble. Alright. This little plug here is just in case you want to buy a solar panel to charge the battery. It'll only charge the battery, but you can plug it in right there. Your hitch, we'll show you your hitch, how it operates when you pick up your trailer. But keep in mind, if you want to refer to their website, the Husky Centerline website, you can look at their hookup videos, and they'll explain to you the same thing we're going to explain to you, just in case you need a refresher. You got 2 20-pound LP tanks. This is your LP regulator. It's an automatic changeover regulator. This is just a tank gauge. You point it at the tank you want to, and it'll tell you if there's gas in it or not. But it'll switch the tanks over back and forth automatically. Deep cycle marine battery. Of course, you got slide topper on your off-door slide out. We're kind of in the weeds here. I mean, we just pulled it back here for a second because we're shifting around, so I took this opportunity to film this, so don't mind the weeds. They were just, this will only be sitting here for, 45 minutes tops. Okay, so basically you have your black tank valve and your gray tank valve. The black tank, of course, is toilet water and waste. The gray tank is sink and shower water. You'll hook your hose onto here. Other end goes in the dump station. Then you'll dump your black first by pulling the gate valve. Okay. After that's dumped, you'll pull the gray. You do that because the gray water is cleaner than the black water. That's all to help clean out the hose. Then, let me get up here. You also have a black tank flush back here. I'm at the back of the trailer here now. I keep forgetting you can get disoriented quick because everything's close up here. So you can hook the hose of the dump station onto here. Then you can open your black valve, you always open the black valve first, to tell you right here, and then you turn on the water. You just want to do that so too much pressure doesn't build up in your black tank. But the bottom line is, this will spray the inside of your tank and clean it out really good, get your sensors good and clean so you get accurate reading. That's important. To hook your city water up like you normally would, 9 times out of 10, like I said, you'll just hook your hose on here, turn it on, and the trailer is pressurized. When you do not have city water at the campsite, you can use the onboard tank. Okay, this is just cable through, satellite through to the entertainment area. That's just an outside shower for kids and dogs and feet and what have you. There's this housing, means that this is pre-wired for a backup camera. You have to get a Furrion camera to fit in that housing. It has to fit in there. We do sell them here. You can talk to our parts people if you're interested. Either way, no matter where you get it, if you get one, you got to get one that fits in that housing. Also, while we're looking up, this is very important. You have to inspect the seals on your trailer. So you're going to go up on the roof at least 3 times a year. You figure the spring, the fall, and then once in the middle of the summer, you look at all the seals on there. Make sure there's no cracking or separation starting. Sometime you're going to see that. That's why you inspect it, just to make sure. Sometime when you're inspecting, you're going to see something start to separate, and you get it taken care of immediately. That's very important. That's every trailer ever made. You have to do that too. So it's not just this one. But I can't express enough how important that is. Okay. All right. So we're inside. See if we got enough battery power here to get the slide out because, like I said, we're parked out of the way here. So let's go out. There it goes. So you just want to make sure there's no drawers or cabinet doors or anything in the way when you're sending this out. When it gets all the way out, it'll ratchet like that. It does that coming in also. That just lets you know when it's all the way extended or retracted. It ratchets so you won't overextend it. Okay. All right. So here we are in your trailer. We'll go back to the control panel to take care of that. Awning out. It's very simple. You're just going to push that button, hold it. As it rolls out, you'll eventually see when it gets out about 8 feet, you'll see the awning tube. You know that's when you stop. Okay, you got lights here. Plus you got lights for your awning. I told you the switches for the water heater were inside. So here to light it on gas. Here, if you light it on electric there. Remember, you always want to make sure there's water in the heater before you turn it on. Also, you may know this. I don't know how much you know about trailers. You might be an expert for all I know, but you have to, before you winterize it, if you do it yourself, you always have to bypass the water heater. There are valves in the back, so you have to educate yourself on that a bit if you're going to do it yourself. But keep in mind, you have to bypass it because you can't get antifreeze into the water heater tank because it'll leave a really foul taste and smell that you won't be able to get rid of. Okay, so your battery, even though we're not plugged in, is totally charged. Your fresh water is empty. You can see it'll graduate up to 1/3 increments as it fills. Black tank, gray tank, galley tank, and this was just an auxiliary. All these will not work for your trailer because you don't have that many tanks. This is kind of a standardized panel, so keep in mind that they don't all apply to your trailer. Alright, so you got his and her sinks, which is something you rarely see in one of these, but there they are. Shower works like any other shower. You want to use the fan when you're using it to pull the humidity out because these trailers are built super tight. Now the toilet, you gotta, first of all, it's ceramic, which is good. So the bottom line is with the RV toilet, you can't use it dry. You have to have water in it and some chemical to start off. So when you get to your campsite, you're going to hook up the water, you're going to hook up your power. Then you'll come in and you'll step on this pedal right here. You see the trap opens. When the trap opens, water will come swirling out. That's the black tank directly below. So you'll put your chemical right in there, whatever a dose is for your type of chemical. Then you'll stand on the pedal and put about 1 gallon or 2 of water in there. There's no way to tell that from looking at your monitor panel. You just have to use common sense. That's about 1 gallon or so. That's the bottom line is you need chemical and you need water in it to start using. Now it'll only fill to here when you flush it. So there's a part here where you can step on the pedal and you can move it like this far without the trap opening. Well, when you do that, it'll activate the valve, the water valve, and it'll fill up. So you can fill it as full as you need to before you use it each time. You got to do that each time, though. All right. Got a huge closet slash laundry room. It's plumbed for laundry, obviously, but you can also use it just for storage. It's very nice. Sliding bathroom door, barn door style door with the, like people seem to like these days a lot. Here's some more storage here. This is a pantry, but you can use it for whatever you choose. Now your couch jackknife's flat, okay, to turn into a bed. This comes off the pole here to turn it into a bed. You can take that right off of here, and then you can set the tabletop on the cleats and fill in the space with cushions. You got another bed. And of course your master bedroom here. You got a vent here, obviously. You can always add, well, this one, because it's a 50 amp system, what this is telling us that it's pre-wired for a second air conditioner. So, and it's 50 amps. So this is designed, they're sending them now because people who are constantly in the warm climates would say that a 13.5 or even a 1500 sometimes on hot days wouldn't be good enough if you're staying there all the time. So people would have to wire it and go through some installation to add a second one. But now it's pre-wired, so it's a pretty straightforward thing. They're just kind of thinking ahead, that's all. While I'm over here, this is the escape window. It works like this. You can push that all the way through. Then you would just grab a hold of this tab and pull out the screen, and out you go. You can do a double flip and land right on your feet if you practice. Alright, so this is the power, or the LP gas and carbon monoxide detector. It should always be green like that. It'll detect carbon monoxide buildup or LP gas leak. If it goes off, you obviously take everybody outside. You'll go to the front of the trailer, shut off the gas, and figure out what's going on. This device here is your power converter. It converts 110 AC down to 12 volt DC. You can see you got regular household type circuit breakers here, and they're all labeled for the AC. Then the DC side has fuses, and they're labeled. If any of the fuses ever blow, you'll actually be able to see them through this tinted plastic. Also, this is a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery has or needs, and if it's charged, it'll just trickle a couple amps. If it's low, it will send 10 amps or whatever it needs. Alright, this is your range hood, the fan and the light. Microwave works like any other microwave. Let me set that down. So I don't have gas, or did I turn it on or not? Well, we'll just see. To light it, you're going to turn this on, then you're going to turn this clockwise. Oh, there we go. So you can see it lit right up. That sparks it. To light the oven, it's a little different. Down here, way back there is a pilot light. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn your oven knob to pilot. Then you're going to depress it and hold it. Keep holding it, and then you're going to spark this by turning it clockwise until the pilot light lights. After the pilot light lights, you still continue to hold this in for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up. Then you go to your operating temperature. It cycles on and off like a regular oven, but when you shut it off, your flame obviously goes up, but so does your pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Alright, your refrigerator is just a Norcold automatic refrigerator. It's very simple. Basically, you're just going to turn it on, and there's not a whole lot you need to do with it. Okay, alright. You have a fireplace with a remote, and your soundbar has a remote. So the fireplace, you can run the fan on it, 2 speeds on the fan. You can set the temperature. You can adjust the flame, the appearance of the flame, that sort of thing. So there's a lot you can do with it. It's a good thing to have because it runs on regular 110 AC. So you, instead of using up your LP, on chilly mornings or chilly evenings, you can just turn this on, and you can hang on to your gas for cooking and when you really need heat, throughout the whole trailer. So it's a good thing. The soundbar, just basic, does all the normal stuff. You can stream off this USB port. It has Bluetooth you could hook up wirelessly. Has a radio, that sort of thing. So, of course, there's a backer plate to mount a TV here. If you're going to buy a bracket that swings out, spend the extra money and get one that locks in place when it's closed. If you don't, you have to put straps over it, and they're hanging there, and they're just unsightly, and they're a pain. So it's just spend a little extra money and get something that locks. Okay, let me look around here. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, this is an analog thermostat. It's pretty straightforward. You want the fan on auto. You're just going to turn it to the right for heat. The fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor, just the fan to circulate air. Then you push a little farther and the air conditioner will come on. Always make sure you set the thermostat up and down to get it to work. I know that's pretty self-evident, but we do get calls, it seems like every year. They forget, they say their air conditioner's not working, but they forget to turn the temperature down. So I'm not saying you would do that. So, okay. That's something I would do, actually. So, okay. Let me walk through and see if I've got everything for you. Let me see here. Yes, we covered all that. Of course, all the heat comes out of the floor, and the AC comes out of the ceiling vents. Okay. All right. Covered that. I think I've got it all. Of course, your bed comes up and there's storage underneath. All right. So, okay. Well, you can call us for more information. Obviously, if you need help on something, we can talk you through just about anything. You can refer to online videos, which are a big help. Every appliance in here has a manual, so you can read that way. So there's a lot of way to get information. We have to do these these videos because of the virus situation. So this is the way we're stuck doing it. But keep in mind that there's always information out there. So and you can always refer to that. Like I said, inspect your roof and always bypass your water heater, and make sure that you use this trailer a lot. That's the key to owning a trailer is plan ahead and use it a lot. So thanks for purchasing from National RV, and goodbye.